So I got recommended this video from our good old eBoss Central. Windows security, what a joke. Yeah, I don't even know how to start. Like, if Windows is really this unsecure, why is it the most used operating system in the corporate world by far when it comes to desktop? If it was unmanageable and like you just have to swing your fucking, manhood around in the sky and you had access to all Windows machines, it would not be used as much as it is. Like, corporate world cares about security. So already here, this is just telling me he has no fucking idea what he's talking about. But let's go into the joy of the craziness of this dude here.
Another reason to hate Microsoft. Hear me out. Yes, I'm at a Windows screen. I'm a Linux user and I'm showing you Windows. Why am I showing you Windows? Well, sometimes when you get different PCs in and before you switch them over, or you want to clean them up and then put Linux on them, whatever you might be doing, you've got to do it. Or maybe you're just a Windows user and you want to install Windows, and at the beginning of that they go create a Windows account or create a Microsoft account, and you do it. They tell you that they're secure. You know you're going to get spied on, but this is
this whole Microsoft account shit. Don't come at me if you have a fucking Android account, if you have a YouTube account, if you have any other account online, they are going to spy on you. If you have a Firefox fucking account, they are spying on you. Again, massively hypocritical and not understanding how the fucking world works in IT.
Security. They pump a lot of security. Now, people are going to laugh at me and go, no, they don't. Well, I get emails all the time stating that Windows has updated security here, or Windows has updated security there. That's why I really try to avoid it. Now, I do have a Hotmail account that
You avoid Windows because they are telling you that, oh, we got this security update. Okay.
I've had for, good Lord, probably 18 years. And I utilize for some different things, mostly business, because a lot of my clients that I've had for a long time will use that Hotmail account to reach me. It's just,
what's wrong with that? Like, he sounds like it's like a bad thing. That's like, yeah, Hotmail is not the best. It's not the best, but you do know that you can redirect traffic from your Hotmail to Gmail. It's really fucking easy.
Just one of those things. Yes, I probably just need to do a clean wipe and just send my new email to everybody out there in my client list. But sometimes those get through, sometimes they don't. So it's
that's why you redirect all the traffic from your Hotmail account to Gmail.
Hit or miss type thing. But I got a notification this morning. A notification that said my Microsoft account is at risk. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Let's go ahead and maximize this, or F11, I'm sorry. Make it full screen. And here's my complaint. There was a successful sign-in on my account in Automatic Sync 30 minutes ago from Germany. Unusual activity detected. And then another Germany, a successful sync. And then yesterday at 11:41 a.m., unsuccessful sync in India. Now, I didn't get notified that my account was at risk until people in Germany actually had access to the account. Well, here's my problem. And this list has shrunk because this list went all the way back to middle of June. And I tried to pull it up, and I don't know. Learn more about the recent activity page, learn how to make your account more secure. But anyway.
Let's cross over. I'm getting too dark for you guys in here. Give me a second. There you go. Now you can better see me. Let's cross over the things that learn how to make your account more secure. So you do get a notification when there is suspicious activities on your account, unless you sign out for that. Or you untick that ability, which I think he has done. Because like he said, he was trying to get away from getting security updates from Windows. This is a you problem. And I am almost sure that the burden of proof, or not the burden of proof, but the security issue here is not Microsoft, it's him. He's not doing the best practices of security measures to keep his account secure. I hope he goes in to tell us what he's actively doing to make sure that people can't easily get access to his accounts. Because we need to know that before we can say, yep, that's Microsoft fucking up, or you just don't do what you have to do. Because a lot of people that use Linux and other systems that are not being attacked that much can get away with doing way less. Because they're just not attacked that much, meaning that they are lucky enough that people don't give a fuck about them using that system, so they don't want to attack them. That don't mean they're more secure, that just means that people don't give a fuck about them. That's the reality of it. Before you bitch and moan about Microsoft, what are you doing? Because 9 out of 10 times when there is issues on any system with any IT problem, especially security, it's user error. So let's get back to it here.
There was an unsuccessful sync 3 hours ago. There was Bangladesh, Morocco, not available, not available, not available, not available. There was also other ones on there from India and
we don't care. Show us
everywhere. And what I don't understand is if you're secure, Microsoft, here's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. If your password is your email and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's not Microsoft being unsecure. That's you being a dipwit and having bad fucking account practices. Okay? If you don't use 2 or 3 factor authentication, you're the issue, not Microsoft. Okay? Oh, God.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unsuccessful sign-ins since yesterday morning at 8 a.m. Why don't I get an email then? Why don't I get an email saying, hey, there's unusual activity on with your account, stating that several different people across this world are trying to access your Microsoft account?
Again, if you have told Microsoft to not send you that shit as it sounded like in the beginning, they're not going to send it to you. Or maybe they have and you're just like, oh, it's another security update, delete, 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 delete. You don't really read the fucking email. There's so many issues why they probably have said, like, I have had Microsoft accounts and Hotmail accounts and Outlook accounts for 20 years now. And my backup email, if I have one of those attached to it, if I get someone trying to log in, I will get an email saying, oh, they're trying to log into this account. But most of my old accounts are being deactivated now because they've been inactive for a couple of years, and Microsoft is now deactivating old accounts, which is fine.
But we're not going to say anything. You know when we're going to say something? When they actually get access to the account. Now, you guys tell me, security-wise, is that secure?
Yeah.
Is that something that you feel protected by?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Your YouTube account right now, Mr. eBoss, is getting bombarded with people trying to access it. My YouTube channel is, your YouTube, any online account that you have anywhere, your social media accounts, there are people trying to access it all the time. All the time. So that means that every time someone is trying to log in on any of your social media, any accounts you have online, you want to be flooded with emails basically saying that someone was unsuccessful in logging in. You can set that up on most accounts that, you know, if you go into the security section, you can get set it up so you want to be informed about this. So if you have not done that, or if you take that off, it's a you problem. And in reality, there's only a security issue when they get access. Like, me trying to, like, eBoss sent to, like, I can see his Hotmail address, right? He just showed us his email address. I could go on to Hotmail and I could put that in and just randomly type in, you know, passwords. That's not a security issue if I don't get in. Like, it's not a security issue. It's a security issue if I get access. It's like running around and you know, in a neighborhood and reaching for doors and see what stores are locked or unlocked. It's not really a security issue. If oh, this store's locked, oh, this is open, let me go in, now I reach the point where it's a security issue. So this is like massively fucking crazy. If you have a server in a corporate setting, that server is being bombarded. Your computer right now is being pinged probably 1,000 times a minute from people that want to hack it. And when I mean pinged, it's like they're trying to see if there is a hole in your firewall or if there's an easy access point. The second you plug onto the internet, your computer is basically look at like this. The second you log on to the internet or log in, put an Ethernet cable to the internet, people are trying to log on to your computer. Like really simplified.
If you're a Microsoft user, I tell you this. You're going to want to come up with a crazy password that you don't use on any other site.
No.
Obviously. And even then, they're still going to get access if they want to get access.
No.
But like I said, this list was longer. I don't know why it shrunk on me. Let's go over here and see if we can get a longer list. It doesn't seem like it's going to do that for me. Let's get out of here and close that. Devices. It'll probably show a number of different devices. We found an account you can use here, even though I was just signed into my other account. It's easier for hackers, scammers, and cheaters to get into my account than it is for me sometimes.
No. You have no idea what you're talking about. I cannot express this fucking more. No. I'm not go here and say that Microsoft is the most fucking secure company in the world, and you should not, he's like a fringe case. No, it all comes down to what he's doing. What is his password strategy? Does he have two-factor authentication? Is it email? Is it text messages? Or is it an app? Never use text message two-factor authentication. They are really easy to get the information from. Never use email two-factor authentication. So they send a code to your email. Really easy for a hacker to get access to. The best one is having either a key card, a two-factor authenticator generator, or an encrypted app on your phone, like Google Authenticator. Use whatever the fuck you want. Those are the most secure thing.
So that's why I spend most of my time in Linux. This right here, they were trying to get into my account, and Microsoft never told me. I know it had to pin somewhere. If I'm based in the United States and somebody's trying to access it from Morocco or Bangladesh, wouldn't that be the time to kick out an email and say, hey, somebody's trying to get into your account overseas. Is this you? But they didn't.
What really gets me really confused, or not confused, but gets me really scared for his viewpoint, is when they actually got access to his account. Because if they got access to his account, I have a really, really fucking massive suspicion that he don't have two-factor authentication on. And if you think you don't need two-factor authentication, if you think you don't need it because you pro on Linux, one day you will wake up to a rude awakening.
A lot of people that come in my comments say they do use Google. They have to. They're trapped to it. They've had a Gmail account 20 years. And they say that Google will sometimes, hey, there's suspicious activity with your account before there's actually a hack of the account. So guys, scammers, cheaters, and hackers will get into it. But know this, Microsoft will not tell you about it until they actually accomplish their goal. Just simple security measures could fix this. Like if there's 3 unsuccessful login attempts and they're nowhere near where I live, isn't that about time to send out an email? I don't know. Maybe I'm just asking too much.
No, so here's what you have to do. Worst video ever about this. But anyway, here's what you have to do. If you're going to criticize someone about, in this case, Microsoft, you have to show us what is your notification settings. Have you looked at the Microsoft's notification settings for when to send out emails? They have that in their control center. You can, customize that shit. Have you ticked something off, ticked something on, whatever? That basically means that they're not going to notify you. And another thing, I do agree that they should send an email, or I prefer it anyway, every time there is like a ping from outside of your location. But what really angers me or scares me here is not so much that they're trying to get access. Because like I said, that happens all the time. People trying to get access to any account they can get their hands on. But the fact that they got access tells me that, and this is something he crossed over, he don't talk about, that they got access means that he has a really weak password or no two-factor authentication. And that's probably why they tried so many times to log into his account, because they didn't get a prompt for two-factor authentication. Have you got an email about someone trying to reset his password? You will get an email about that. This is how I think it is. He's not showing us any proof. I think that every time he sees an email from Microsoft, he don't read it, he don't think about it, he just click delete. I will guess this is mostly his own fault. I will agree, Microsoft, if they don't send out emails and he has not messed with anything, they should send him out an email. 1,000,000 times, every time, agree, they should send him an email. But if you don't do two-factor authentication, if you don't change your password, if you don't have correct, complicated passwords, which you should have, like, weak passwords are not a good thing. Like, you cannot say that a system is insecure if your weak password is not working, okay? That's stupidity to the highest degree. You need to have complicated passwords. That's why nowadays a lot of passwords or sites require to have upper, lowercase, and, non-letters in there, and you both need to have letters and numbers in it and blah, blah, blah. So, if you want to bitch Mr. eBoss fucking know-it-all, you need to show us what your settings are for the notifications on security alerts on your Hotmail. You need to show us, or talk about, which he did not, what kind of security measures you have implemented as a user. How strong is the password? Two-factor authentication, three-factor authentication. What kind of two-factor authentications are you using? That's the bare minimum. Without knowing these factors, we cannot gauge if Microsoft is insecure or not, because we don't know what he has done to make it more secure. See you all later. Don't watch this fucking channel. Stay away from this channel. It's the worst channel on the internet. Bye-bye.